What's so bad about a spoof of pompous program notes? Castorini Platz, 1509 to 1502, was born in Milan during the German exodus, escaping the syphilis crescendo in the northern states in the late 15th century. His mother, during that period of acute stress, supplemented her meager income as a tour guide and hostess for visiting official designates from the affected areas. Castorini's father, Claude, graciously agreed to extend his family name to the young and somewhat footloose Castorini. After Castorini's discharge from the seminary under dubious circumstances, he joined a troubadour group, the Etruscan Malcontents, and developed his own style in the outskirts of most cities as well as in the cloisters of penal or papal facilities. After his recovery from the rheumatic jaundice and the shingles in April of that year, he returned to the musical consistory of the papal legacy in the charge of urinary and other pedagogical tracts. It was at this time that he wrote his Holy Concerto for 6 whoopee horns and a soprano. The whoopee horn had been known earlier as a 3-lobed nasal septum that since has been popularly known throughout Western Europe as the Schleswig-Holstein whoopee horn. This work proved to be extremely popular in the Germanic courts of the period and led to his inclusion in the pantry shelf of the royal court in Wallerstein über Elbe. It was at this time that his first illegitimate son was conceived, soon to be followed by perhaps his finest composition that decade, the Graudsmitten Gewalt trok begeben uns der Mensch, cantata in G sharp for 12 sopranos, 3 Jews harps, and a desiccated French horn. Sorry, folks, bear with me. Performing at that time the Kundum Concerto for 2 horns and a voice. Seneca Androgynous, 1607 to 1621, widely regarded as the leading exponent of the early symphonic mass in 3 movements per diem, is most noted for his symphony prepared in final draft by 1612 and performed by the choral detractors of the young Episcopalian duodenum of the former church. Subsequent scholars have not contested either this austere redundancy or its later consequences. Arturo Malathion will conduct Begel's Requiem in his underpants, Gabriele's modified masterpiece in 5 flats, and will handle the tenor and soprano solos as appropriate, using the Venetian testicular clasp to extend his range. He has been the music director of the San Jose Hells Angels Choir since early October 1989, but due to certain contingencies since then, he is serving on leave with the Berkeley Department of Sanitation. He is expecting to perform the National Desiderata for 8 voices, celebrating one of the President's balls, commemorating the gracious withdrawal of the U.S. Marine Band from Vietnam on the same date in 1973. Castorini was chosen by the First Lutheran Church of Kassel-Über-den-Lauberg with Marcus Aurelius Fortunatus Albacore, 1578 to 1695, the orgiastic of the church at that time, to serve as page turner. Director's notes here in this part: just sing any goddamn thing, excuse me. It will sound great, I assure you. Just be sure to stop when I wave my hands together, or you'll be left out there hanging by 2 thumbs and your vocal cords. Luigi Giordani, 1518 to 1874, with a delicious fart-like interjection of the trombone, especially after his testicles were removed. the Requiem for four condensers and the well-tempered clavicle. The majesty of reciprocal gestures was displayed with special brilliance in the papal erotica, especially the first movements, A flat performed with the connubial sequestered nuns in G minor, one of the premier anal groups of this period. Neither a dictum, credo, or statement of generis were incorporated in the final mass movement in spite of its 91 polyclinic perturbated measures. At least that was what was thought at the time. All this was changed with the advent of the harmonica in the mountains of the Hartswald in the 16th century, especially during the dry season when saliva was at a premium. That's it, folks. That's the where are we here? Sorry to be slow. That's it. What's so bad about a spoof of pompous program notes? So I think you're going to appreciate the generous wisdom of this.